Deep in the Arctic, less than 1,400 kilometres from the North Pole, lies the village of Barentsburg. Sitting on Norway's Svalbard archipelago, Russian flags and this bust of communist revolutionary Lenin may appear out of place, but there's more to the display of Soviet heritage than meets the eye.
Are we in Russia? No, I don't think so. We are actually in Norway. We are in Spitsbergen, and this is a little Soviet and later Russian settlement here in Norway. We have many different nationalities living here. Ukrainians and Russians, Uzbeks and Kazakhs living together in Barentsburg.
A 1920 treaty gave the Soviet Union access to natural resources on these Norwegian islands. Russia has been mining coal here for decades. Today, around 2/3 of the miners are Ukrainian. Russia's representative here says the conflict in Ukraine has had little impact on the local population of just 370.
There are no visible signs of conflict on the surface. So people are really trying to help and support each other. I call it Arctic solidarity.
In the archipelago's remote capital, Longyearbyen, the attitude to Russia's invasion of Ukraine is different. According to Russian tourist guide Timothy, around 30 Ukrainians working in mining returned home soon after the war broke out.
2 or 3 weeks after the war started, the general manager of Arctic Mining Company announced in a staff meeting that we should not talk about the war or stir up any conflicts, that no fuss should be made. At that time, many Ukrainians returned to Ukraine, which created a kind of stability.
Ukrainian seamstress Julia had already left Barentsburg when the war broke, but decided to stay in Longyearbyen. In the days after Russia's invasion began, she asked a friend to hang a pro-Ukraine sign on the gates of the Russian consulate in Barentsburg, but the sign was swiftly removed. Norwegian tour operators decided to stop taking tourists to Barentsburg due to the village's close Russia ties.
I think the boycott is right because they don't support to kill my Ukrainian people.
This tourism ban has added to worries residents are now facing on the remote islands.
We know of the wars in other places of the world, but now suddenly it comes close to us, and the aggressor is someone also that we know as keeping a kind of a close eye on their interest in the Arctic region. So it is natural that people think, will this affect us in any way?
Back in Barentsburg, the economic impact of the war is tangible. Since international sanctions hit Russian banks, Russians and Ukrainians living here have been unable to transfer money to their families back home, or even use their credit cards to leave the islands.